Tuesday run. Oh god. And that is definitely the business end of the marathon training. Oh, doing that run. God, the weather is horrific out there today. Crap, it now rain, but most of all it's just a full on headwind. And it's my threshold days, Tuesdays, man. Tuesdays I just do not look forward to my schedule. I'm just always pleased to get it out of the way. I so nearly caved today. Before I could already tell my head was trying to talk my way out of it, doing it to 8, and then in the middle of the run, because the headwind, it's like a storm out there, and raining heavy. At least it was when I was out there. Maybe not quite so bad now. And yeah, just first lap, so I had to do 5 6-minute intense sessions within my hour run, according to the schedule. I don't have to, I'm doing it according to the schedule. So that was the plan. And firstly, because of yesterday, just done some cross training and yoga, and I can still tell I'm recovering from that long 2-hour run on the weekend. And first session wasn't great, so I'd done a lap of Preston Park to warm up, and then felt ready to go. So I then got into it. I just had all these mind games going on, and then luckily now I've got enough, I've got enough weeks behind me, weeks in the bag, and I've done every single session as it says on the improver's plan. So I don't want to break that, unless with the one exception, if I'm ill or something, then I'm going to really respect and listen to my body. But if it's just a mental thing and it's not a body thing, then I'm going to fight through it, which I did today, against all the other. That was the weird thing. The fourth lap, I because of the way the laps work, going around Preston Park and trying to entertain myself as well. It's a big part, but it's not massive if you're just lapping it. And so anyway, my fourth lap, I had the wind mostly behind me, and out of all the laps, that was the hardest one, because I think mentally I switched off and I thought this is going to be easy or easier, and then suddenly it became a real battle in my head, and I had to just talk to myself lots. And I ended up having a long-winded conversation with myself, trying to keep myself going, really wanting to stop, and I just vaguely remember it sort of ending on, sometimes I've sat down and watched a YouTube video that I don't even want to watch that's longer than 5 minutes, and then at the end of it thought, why have I watched that? So at least I can do a 5-minute threshold run with the wind behind me. And that's kind of the way I spoke to myself to get myself back into it. And then but come the last lap, I was all right. So, and then just ran it out for the rest of the hour. But the weather is really not helping. After the Sunday's beautiful sun, and there was wind then, but the rain as well. God, it's brutal. But going to do my 30-minute recovery yoga now, and just tick off Tuesday and just be thankful that the business day of the marathon is done for this week. Thursday's run. Oh, changed my mind direction quite a lot on that run, but it was 75 minutes with the last half hour having 2 10-minute threshold sessions, and that's what takes it out of you. God. So zigzagged through town down to Hove, and then across along the seafront to the pier, and then back up to Preston Park, and that was just about brought me up to the time when I started to do my thresholds. And couple of laps around here at threshold for 10 minutes with about a minute and a half break, and oh man, like my running style, my running fluidity is really good, but then the second you get to the threshold, it's just chucks everything at you, and my whole body starts to sort of just do funky things that I'm not used to from just running along for a couple hours. But it's good, it puts you right at the end in that last section of the marathon straight away, so quite compact and quick, so really good. Had some isotonic gels arrive this week, so I wanted to test one of them on this run. So at 45 minutes in, I supped on one of them. Well, that looked quite sizable, literally 2 gulps and it was gone, and I didn't feel weak at all in that run, certainly even on the threshold sections, Anyway, I didn't run out of energy, but it wasn't a massively long run, so it's not a great test, but I mainly wanted just to see how it was, trying to sup on those things and get them into my body after a decent amount of exercise. So and yeah, literally, I managed to open it nice and easily while still running, and then literally 2 sips and a couple of rolling up the packet to sort of push it out like toothpaste, and it's not that consistency. I think it's really nice consistency. So I think thankfully it didn't taste packed full of sugar and foul, which is all I can remember of that little one I tasted on the London Marathon, and it was just horrible. And the whole road, you're running along major roads in London, but the whole road for like 400-500 meters is just sticky from all these. It was Lucasade things, I think. Yeah, it was the Lucasade sponsor, so it would be Lucasade stuff. But just I just remember the whole floor being really sticky, and it's staying on my shoes for quite a while afterwards as well. That, and obviously the rubbish from cups and bottles and stuff. But yeah, but that gel, it went down really nice. Just a sort of note to myself, though, I need to. I was thinking, I'll save them just for my long runs, but actually, I need to be getting my body and my diet used to actually taking that sort of stuff in, because in the second part of that threshold run, I could feel my stomach sort of questioning what I'd put in my belly. So I just need to get my diet a bit used to those, because I'm not used to taking anything too sort of, so anything that's not natural, basically. So in what gel it was I was using, it was this SIS, Sports Science and Sport isotonic energy gel. Look like that, and that fits nicely in my back pocket on my running trousers, and that'll fit in sort of anywhere, I think, really. But yeah, the top bit just rips off real easy, and then you can just sup it, and that's literally 3 sips and you're done, and your jobs are good. And so yeah, right, I'll just tick off today's run, which turned out to be just over an hour. An hour's hills with three times 12 minutes at effort pace, and yeah, I mean, on the weekends now the runs are getting particularly long. That's not that long, but tomorrow I've got a 2 hour 15 minute less run, so that's gonna really feel and really, it's not just the actual time involved in the running, it's the recovery time. So today, even from today's run, I got in, so by the time I get in and I do my 30-minute yoga afterwards, well, shower, usually get in, shower, 30 minutes yoga, and then that's sort of that bit done. But tomorrow it's going to be a whole morning of getting stuff sorted, really, just for that. And even tonight I've just finished eating a load of pasta to carb load for tomorrow, and I'm just planning on my nutrition and drinks, a small drink for tomorrow, just to make sure that I'm get through these longer runs, because they they're not short anymore, are they? Yeah, definitely. And the last 2 weeks, this is going to be my third week on a Sunday running a half marathon or more. So yeah. You need to remember that when you enter anything like this, is the time is phenomenal that it takes. You know, if you're going to follow the schedule and just prepare yourself as best as possible. Not necessarily the running time, it's the recovery time. You know, this afternoon, I don't know, woke up about an hour ago, I don't know, must have been asleep about 2 hours this afternoon, just because my body said, right, you need to shut down and rest and just let everything settle. So I did, but yeah, just carb loaded and ready for tomorrow. So hopefully if the weather's nice like it was today, it's going to be a beautiful run tomorrow. 2 hours 19 done today. Still in my long run for the week, and God, that was just hard work to get going today. It really was. Just everything goes slow, from getting up to getting going to getting here to starting. I had a sort of ankle, sore, stiff ankle, I think. I'm not sure at the start, but that's been after about 20 minutes that went away, and then yeah, just slowly got into it. After the first hour it was good, and then yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, really feeling stiff after that. That was quite a thing, quite a workout. I think by far the longest I've run and the most solid I've run this training session so far. So but yeah, I still can't. I thought I'd sort of carved up good last night and managed to have breakfast about the right distance from when I'm actually going to start running and stuff, but still just going to the toilet. I don't know how to. I'll do some research into that. Had a gel in my back pocket, had a gel in here. Got the first one down at 45 minutes in, and the next one at an hour and a half. So that all felt right and good. I definitely had enough energy. Energy wasn't waning at all. The things were beginning to feel stiff, and certainly my thighs were stiffening up. But on the whole, everything good except just toilet. I don't know how to overcome that. So I need to really look into what sort of time I stopped drinking. I think Saturday night. Stopped drinking water about 8 or something. Anyway, well, as usual, lots to think about at the end of the week. So I'll just hydrate up and then cycle home, do my yoga, and rest. Ready for next week. So.